Hi everybody, welcome back to Adobe Live Day 3.
Day 3?
Yes, my name is Kevin Lee and I am with Jesse Showalter today.
Hello everybody.
So today Jesse Showalter has been designing a board game.
Yes.
Board game experience app, and it's going to be a lot of fun things coming up later in the stream. If you guys are just joining us, make sure to stay here because there's going to be a chat and win later today, as well as a portfolio review.
Ooh, yeah.
So you can get your chance to have your portfolio reviewed on the stream. Our schedule, as you can see, is Jesse Showalter with me, then Anna Medina with Gus, and then me
with Kevin Lee.
With Jesse again when he's hosting me. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing. Hello, everybody. Christina, Jennifer Lamb, Marios. A lot of people joining us this morning.
Yeah, I see some familiar names too from the past few days.
Yeah.
As well. That's cool.
We're building this fan base.
Building friends. We're making friends.
And then, I don't know, somehow we need to crash a bar mitzvah.
Still have to do that.
To still get those views. You know what I mean?
Have to do that. Yeah, so Marios has been around, Dushi has been around. I've seen I think
Jordan.
Sam Peterson, lots of people coming back into the chat. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, how's everyone's morning?
It's good.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, yeah, we did a lot of stuff these past 2 days, and now we're going to continue.
Yeah, we're going to continue. Should we do a quick recap? And
I think we should.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're building a board game kind of exploration app for people who are just getting into board games, want to find more, and figure out if they want to be a nerd full-time like me. So that's kind of the idea. And so we're kind of building off of an old forum that is the most popular board game forum called Board Game Geek, and this is kind of what it looks like, and that's a problem. So we want to create a native application that kind of simplifies, and we kind of were breaking it down there's two problems. Number one, it's information overload. There's so much information on the site, and number two, it's just so intimidating to somebody who's new to board games, new to the whole genre.
Like me.
Yeah. Right? It just scares you so much to look at all that info. So and the clutter.
So much clutter.
Yeah, so much clutter.
Yeah.
So we want to streamline it, simplify it, kind of strip things down, and organize the information to be a little bit more user-friendly.
Perfect.
So what we did on day one was just mapped out the needs of the project, low-res, high-res wireframes. We did it was really fun. We did some low-res wireframe prototyping, which I love that. I love doing that kind of phase because it can just be really, really iterative and fun. Yesterday we did almost all the high-res stuff. We still have some more screens we're going to do today in that, but we did a really quick style tile / mood board thing and started applying those styles. And then we just started breaking it down and piece by piece building out each screen. So that was really, really cool. And then we did some more prototyping yesterday and tried to do some animations, and people in the chat just blew.
I know.
Just blew our minds with the animations.
Yeah,
so
it was amazing.
Just put me to shame. It was so good. So that was yesterday.
Speaking of yesterday's challenge, we finally had a winner for day 2, and the winner was Jolfric Erickson with his drag gesture challenge submission.
Nice.
So, there's a lot of stuff going on. I believe, let me see.
Which one was Joffrey? So there was a couple of really good ones.
Ooh, so
nice.
It was this one.
I liked that. It was dragging the icons into the center and watching the whole thing kind of
like that circle enlargement and then boop, right there.
Yeah.
Blam.
Blam. So many good sayings.
So many blam moments right here.
So many blam moments. Yeah, I loved that one. It was really good. Congratulations, Joffrey.
Congrats. Yeah, you won a year subscription of Adobe Creative Cloud.
Woo! Imagine that.
Yes. So if you guys didn't have a chance to submit your challenges, there's always next week to submit, and as well as portfolio review today. Yep. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Excited.
Submit your admissions.
Awesome, great. So yeah, today we're gonna be doing some more of that high resolution stuff, and we're gonna because I was so inspired yesterday from the animations and the interaction stuff. We're gonna try to focus a lot on building out like the most seamless experience, almost as if we were like getting ready to like pass this off to like stakeholders or like developers, because we just want to like cover as many of the interactions as we can and prototype this thing out.
So it'll be finished, kind of?
It'll be kind of finished.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was kind of hoping to get some presentational elements in there, but
Nice.
we might not end up getting there. I was going to open up After Effects a little bit and do like a loading state or something, but I think it might be more important to just like focus on getting like the prototyping like really, really right.
Okay, cool.
And I might just do like a really quick, like down and dirty, like, okay, and let's do this little presentational thing. And then move on. So that's the idea. And then that is it. So this is kind of where we left off. And I spent just like a little bit of time when I was done yesterday, only about an hour or so, just kind of cleaning up my file, like renaming some stuff, and then adding some more content. So like we got, we were working like with some fake content, like 5 or 6 games or something, but I just like went all out and we just started loading board games into this thing. So you get a real experience. I also was having like a little bit of trouble like with my icon flow yesterday, and I found like a really fun kind of like flow. And I was using I use a kind of like an icon program called Icon Jar, and you can just collect lots of different icon assets. So these are ones that I've purchased or like found for free. I bring them all in, and then you can search for anything. They're all named.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then you can just like drag something in and it becomes like an SVG that's fully editable in XD. So that's super nice. It's nice to have like a repository, like a space for that. So I was able to do that, and then just kind of like rework like some of my navigation. So I have like new icons like for my navigation. I built the jankiest icon right here for groups yesterday, or for like player count. It was so ugh, and I had to go back through and just like rebuild another one. So say it in the chat if you remember how ugly my icon was yesterday. Just be gentle. So that's all I ask.
Don't roast too bad.
Don't roast me too bad. Yeah, so I rebuilt like a bunch of these, and actually I had this idea which I didn't have yesterday. I just felt like I needed some sort of indicator, like a confirmation to the user.
Right.
Up here at the top, like what tab they're on.
Oh, I like that.
So we're just kind of like applying some of that. And I have a new animation. So,
oh my goodness.
So we're gonna do
this?
Yeah, I'm having a little flickering in my little confetti. So, but I wanted to show you how I built it, because I was like, I was kind of pumped on it. So let's just go in here and just check my confetti and make sure they are of similar kind.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, cool. Take this out and put another one in. And let's try it again really quick. I'm gonna preview. So I gave like I have this empty board with like a 2-second time transition. I'm still getting flickering and I don't know why. I'm gonna fix that. But then I created these 2 boards over here, and I gave them like time transitions back and forth. So they're basically like looping. So it's almost like you've created like a form of animation in between the 2. And then when you click on anywhere on the screen, like in real life it would probably be like a timed transition. I get a little like tap, and then I get
that spin.
Yeah, I got like just a fun little spin just to kind of break you into like the login form. So I thought that was kind of cool, kind of fun.
Oh my gosh.
So
amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, and then you log in and you're into the application. So I was just kind of inspired, and that's not the most amazing animation, but I was like, I
think it's pretty amazing.
It's gonna be the first time of the day I say it. I need a little spice. I need a little spice in the onboarding. So Dude says, that's so cute. Thank you. Is what I was going for. I wanted something a little bouncy and fun and like energetic, because that's the whole idea of this like concept app, is like fun. Board games are fun.
Right.
And then also like, we don't want it to be so serious that when people come into it, like they're, hey, I've never like played like some of these modern board games. I want them to have some delight, like, oh, this is okay. Like, I feel not intimidated by this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like, I wanted to put a little bit of that fun kind of cutesy animation stuff in there, so.
We're here to make people happy when using this app, you know?
We want to spark the joy.
Spark the joy.
We want to bring the happiness.
And bring in the spice.
And that's the tagline for this stream should be, spark the joy, bring the spice. Like, I love
it. Oh my God, yes.
Okay, so that's what we were doing there. Let's see, did we do any other changes? I kind of finished building out this search screen. So just kind of reworking some of these styles. And I have like that repeated style now that I've used elsewhere. So if I just kind of pan over to like my product screen or like my game screen, I just kind of clean that up, and I'm reusing. They kind of voted in the chat yesterday. Do we like this style or another style?
Right.
They liked this style. Jeffrey says that we make him happy.
Aw.
We spark the joy, bring the spice. That's what it's gonna be. Okay.
Roman's like, you should rename this app to Spice.
Spice. Okay, what else I did was I created this category screen yesterday. And so what I'd like to start out by doing is just kind of finishing off these other few screens.
Right.
So that if you go into a game page, you're able to tap into not categories or videos, forums, photos, all that kind of stuff. So I want to build out those pages as well. And then plan of attack after that is our fourth tab in the main navigation is a profile tab.
Awesome.
So I play board games like I eat pizza a lot. Like that's kind of the idea.
That's like the perfect bio for this. Like that's awesome.
It's gonna be my new Twitter bio right there. Okay, cool. So let's move this category screen out of the way, and let's kind of just duplicate, because we're going to create our forums. There is like a heavy emphasis on forums, and that's something that some people really like to do, is like get involved and get into chats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we want to give them the opportunity to do that just by like at least seeing a list of like the posts or like forum style posts.
So what are some things they would talk about like in the forum for a specific game?
They would talk about like strategy on how to win. They would talk about like so many of these games have like expansions, and people want, you know, like they want to know where it's best to spend their money. Like maybe one game has like, some of these games have like 5-6 expansions, and they're like, which one should I get? Like which one is the best? And so it's kind of a very community aspect to it, right? So
Wow.
okay, we're gonna do forums screen, and let's just, I like keeping these titles at the top, so let's just get rid of that, and we'll zoom in. So I like the consistent kind of like top that we've created there.
I like that too.
I'm really like a big fan. I like the user confirmation when you go from screen to screen, and then it just kind of keeps you oriented on where you are like in the application. So just digging that. Okay, so we want to do forums. So now we're going to start building out some type of forum like rating system, and some way to display those. And I'm wondering, like, can we reuse an already established style instead of reinventing the wheel? So that's kind of my thought, and I think I might just start ripping stuff from this card and kind of start there. So let's copy all these pieces.
I like how you're using like elements from other screens and putting them in the current screen you're working on.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
It just saves so much time. And I say it saves time, but I might explore this right now and go flop, fail, like it's not. I gotta do something completely new. So I might actually waste time. Somebody asked, are we doing After Effects today? Maybe.
Ooh, yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
I'd like to, but we'll see if we're able to get there or not. If we don't, it's 100% my fault, and I've bait and switched all of you with the possibility of it. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's do.
Well, if you can't do it now, maybe you can do a YouTube video.
It's true.
Because
I could do.
Jesse does make YouTube videos.
I do make
Amazing
YouTube
ones.
videos. I can always do it there. Okay, so let's do like what would be like first off, let's call this forums, and then what would be like something that somebody would post in a forum like about this particular game.
And you guys, if you guys are just joining us now, you have 15 minutes until the chat and win countdown. Just make sure to stay tuned and log in and just write something in chat. Get involved in chat in the community, and you can win a Moo notebook.
Nice.
Am I part of this forum?
You are fictitiously leaving a review inside of this app.
Okay.
And I feel like
What am I gonna give this review, this board game?
Are you gonna give it good thoughts? We're gonna make it more like article driven.
Okay.
So like, Kevin has lots to say, hypothetically, about this board game. That's
Yeah,
what
you
we're
guys. Little did you know, I'm a board game fanatic.
super opinionated.
Yeah.
He didn't even know.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Arnold says, how did they apply the grid? It's really simple.
Yep. You just you tap on any artboard and you head over to your panel here on the right, and you can turn on either a grid, a square grid, or a layout.
Yeah.
Me and Kevin geek out and prefer the actual like square grids.
Yep.
Because if I zoom way in, you'll see it does so much. I can line things up not only like to the edges of these like grid lines,
Yes.
but then it really helps me with my typographic scale, just creating like a vertical rhythm for everything. And I'm putting all my text, the baseline of all my text on those grid lines. And so that helps the eye kind of just track track typography as you go down the page really, really nicely. I did this a lot. I just felt like too much, just too much of that. That was weird.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So we are, let's see, how would we highlight like this, like forum, like post? I think let's break a little bit of convention and we'll drag an ellipse and we want like an avatar of a person. So that way we can like, I think it's fun, like, especially if you're doing something like community driven, to like focus on community members, right? Like we want to make sure that they know they're the backbone of the community, so to speak. So
you want to see their faces when you're looking through, like.
Absolutely. This is a good time to actually talk about plugins, because Adobe XD does have plugins. You can go discover like all sorts of different plugins by going up here in the menu. There's all sorts of stuff out here, but I do have an installed plugin called UI Faces.
Oh.
So
yes,
I can open up UI Faces and I can get really, really specific. I can say, you know, there's all sorts of sources to like draw these different like avatars or like pictures of faces. And I want them to be somewhere between 18 and 30.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just picking random stuff. So if you leave it unchecked, it'll just randomize, so that's cool. And then we can just like apply the face and it pops.
Wow, look how handsome
Kevin,
I look.
you're so handsome in that picture. That's totally
colorful
Kevin.
Like me.
Love it. Okay, cool. So, and then as always, you can double click on any element you put inside and it's just masked out for you. So that's a super nice time saver. Nice. And I really love that like flow if you create like a wireframe and then like repeat grid with a bunch of them. Then you just enter in a UI face in one of them and it'll just like fill out all of them.
Yeah,
so
everything, which is amazing.
Super nice flow. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna play with size a little bit here and line up on the grid. Cool. Let's just check our
Kiddo
preview.
says UI Faces is the best. This.
That is,
I agree.
Oh, I agree.
Like,
Okay, cool. So I need a little bit more space. I need some breathing room for this body copy, I think. And then I think this would be the first time that we would introduce like almost like a textile link of some kind. So
okay.
I do want to maybe do something about like how many people have read this post. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, that's smart.
So let's find like an eye of some kind.
Oh, you can just search it and it just pops up.
Yeah, we got all sorts of options here. Wow. Should we do like the Macho Man Randy Savage glasses?
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'm down for that.
That would be kind of intense. Sometimes you find something, sometimes you don't. But we will just go with, man, I love 3D glasses.
Oh my gosh,
I feel like that would be fun.
I always go for the circular sunglasses, but.
Okay, so I'm gonna drag in just like a little, that eye just freaks me out. Sorry, I'm gonna go with this one that looks more like a dragon eyeball. I don't know, apparently that one doesn't scare me though. So
simple, minimal.
Simple, minimal kind of thing. So, okay, we'll just come in here. And then a lot of these coming out of this program, this is like totally unrelated, but it'll put like a transparent like shape in front of it.
Okay.
So I usually just like delete that guy so I can directly edit the vector.
And you guys, you have less than 10 minutes to join Chat and Win, so make sure you are logged in and staying tuned and just write something in chat. Show us some love.
Gotta get that Moo book.
Gotta get that Moo book, notebook, yes.
Sweet deal.
UI Faces is spicy, Roman says.
It is pretty spicy. Just gonna shrink that guy down and I'm gonna optically play with the size, the stroke, just to make it a little bit thinner. And then I think let's punch it over and then let's put like a count next to it so we have like some kind of idea. We'll do like 100 people have like read this forum, this post.
Damn, I have good engagement. 100 read posts.
You are a very popular writer in this board game space.
Yes.
Like, little did you know.
My reviews or forums are amazing.
They're so fire. Okay, cool. So let's do that, and then let's introduce that textile. I'm actually gonna get rid of the line that's in there. We don't need that separator. And then I'm just gonna give a little bit of space, and then let's do an arrow or line or something like that. Maybe we can find an icon of an arrow instead of making our own. So yesterday in Anna's stream, there was quite a bit of talk of, she's building a fitness app in her stream. There's talk of yoga and goats. So I made a goat yoga icon for her, and I'm hoping that she implements it into her project
that would
today.
be amazing.
So stay tuned for her stream. Let's see if she implements it.
She has to. That's like, come on, that's so customizable and awesome.
Nothing like a little collaboration. All right, this is taking too long, so we're just gonna make our own.
I love that.
Here we go. Just gonna grab a line and draw a line out, and then I'm gonna grab my pen tool, and let's just boom, boom, like that. And then we'll just take the 2 points and kind of like work them a little bit. And I like the rounded ends, much nicer. And let's go with an accent color.
I know sometimes people forget, and I also forget that you need to round like the edges of your icons and everything if you're using rounded edges.
Right.
For your app to be consistent.
Just got to get that consistency, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're creating like a look and a feel. And if I was to start creating things that are like really angular in this app all of a sudden, it would just feel so alien and so foreign. So
true.
Yeah. So we just got to make sure that we are creating a consistent experience across the board. So I'm gonna go again that optical kind of sizing thing. I'm gonna go here like this, and then let's do like a little link that says read the post, something like that.
Roman's like, tagline for the stream, Jesse and Kevin, we keep it 100 spicy.
It's
yes.
the common theme that's been running through this the whole time. Okay, and I think even, I like white space. I like breathing room.
Yeah.
Never ever want to be afraid of it. So
just like how a goat yoga would, you know, breathe. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true. I'm like, not to focus on it too much, but I am just baffled by the idea of goat yoga. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just like scared of it. I don't know why you'd want to. Okay, cool.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Goat yoga?
Yeah.
Apparently it is. Okay, cool. So, I also like, I really am trying, I don't know how successful I'm being, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are in the chat, but I'm really trying to be very sparingly with that kind of like pink accent color. I want to be like very selective with how I use it. Like, we have like a base color of blue, everything's really light and bright, the games are really colorful. So just creatively, the reason I'm like really trying to rein back the pink is so it feels like either active states or true call to actions. I just want to reserve it only for that. That's just like kind of like my thought about this, but I don't know. I'm interested to hear like what you guys think in the chat. Like,
yeah, let us know what you guys think about like
your use of color, like accent color, like how do you like to apply it? Like, I don't know, just what's your creative process about that? I would love to know more because I'm always learning.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty part of UX UI. You're always learning every time.
Constantly, right?
Constantly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna open up my assets panel, and I kind of like reorganized this yesterday. So I have a nice selection of styles that I can go off of. Like I have H1s, H2s. I know it's not a website, but still kind of thinking in those terms. So we are kind of like, I went through and consolidated styles and tried to clean up. Kevin, have you ever done like the point system for like, I forget where I learned this, but you look at like a design and go through and you add a point for every different style you can see on the screen.
Oh, wow.
And then you basically give yourself a score.
Okay.
And you try to beat your score by consolidating more styles down.
Okay.
So like if I was to go through my entire design and say, hey, I have on this screen I can see 1, like for this white headline, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6. There's like 6 different like styles on there.
Right.
Can I get that down to 4 styles instead? Like, can I? Yeah, so like just trying to consolidate things. So that's like a cool practice. Like, I don't know what you do what your like process is to try to like consolidate stuff.
I kind of go by like the font sizes and then have that consistent for the design element for that.
Gotcha.
So like the Kevin H. Lee with the same font for like read the post and 100, I would kind of make it the same like text style, color, or maybe a different color, but like just the weight of it is going to be the same.
Consolidate the weight.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't just a second ago. I don't know if you guys saw that. I just like, so this one was like light, this one was light, and this one was regular.
Right.
So I just came through all of them, and like multiple selected them out of their groups and then just like brought them all to be light. And I think just doing that makes you go like, oh, now there's variation between color in them. Like you have a neutral one here, and like a black one here, and like an accent color here. But now at least you have the same size and weight for those, so they feel like related, kind of. Like those feel like supporting. And now like my title, like my headline, and my content actually kind of stands out a little bit more.
It does.
I feel like even that small thing for me, I feel like it's easier to digest. So this might actually be. I think somebody's saying light gray in a font, I do not see it. Like this says a client, people just like don't like. I definitely like haven't brought this through like accessibility testing, but I would want to make sure that contrast is good, and I'd want to.
You want to make sure they see the Kevin H. Lee.
That's the most important thing about this actually is Kevin.
Yes,
that's the deal. So we could actually maybe just make it a little bit darker and like so you can see it a little bit more. That could be good. Good call.
Nice.
Thank you in the chat for the recommendation. Gotta keep me on my toes. Yeah, okay. I like that. I like that style as a card. So I'm just going to come back to my layers and just grab all these pieces. First, I'm gonna.
Yes, Chris, we are making it pop.
Making it pop.
And you guys, you have 2 minutes left for the Chat and Win countdown.
Oh man.
So make sure you guys are logging in and just writing something on chat, and yeah, you can have a chance to win a Moon notebook.
Nice.
So
okay, we have that same drop shadow kind of going off this, and we have like all of our card styles set up. I'm telling you, I'm such like a weirdo about space. I'm just gonna give like a little.
Oh, I love that.
more
We can nerd about
space.
space all the time.
Just gotta make sure like people don't feel like claustrophobic, like that they have like a delightful experience while they're doing this whole thing. And then we're gonna Command R and just repeat grid. Just get.
I love that, the lifeless experience.
Okay, and let's just come in and make sure that our spacing is good in our repeat grid.
Ooh, people are recommending some hex colors for grays.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
And favorite neutral colors? I love it.
Oh.
I'm gonna put a slight border on here so I can see it. I wanna be able to see this guy on this top portion. I couldn't before.
Everyone is getting super pumped.
Getting pumped
about
for
your app.
Oh, all right.
And Adobe Live in general.
Get crazy.
I love this.
Let's do it. All right, cool. So now we have some posts in there, like for forums.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I feel like that screen is pretty good.
Very clean.
Just trying to keep it clean. Here we go. Cool.
So how do you determine the box shadow, like drop shadow? Abdul asks.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm trying to I think it's a case-by-case scenario, right? Like for each design, but holistically in this design, I'm trying to keep just like a slight kind of essence of like dimensionality, make it kind of lift and pop off of the background. When I'm using boxes, which thank you, now you've reminded me, I did not put my other neutral color in the background to make it pop off even more.
Oh, right, yeah.
We're using that whenever we have like white cards, we're using that like little bit of like neutral stuff in the background.
Right.
But I'm trying to keep my drop shadows consistent. So you can see like, trying to keep this one consistent with like this one, just so I have just like that consistency across the board. So I feel like drop shadow can have its own personality. You be playful with it, you be really rigid with it. I love it when people do like the real stylistic, like angular drop shadows that are obvious. Like you have like a nice card or something, and then it's just like three-dimensionality popping out. Awesome. So you can I feel like you can say a lot by just like introducing the different elements.
That's cool. Yeah. And it looks like you guys, it's time for Chat and Win.
Chat and Win.
Woo!
Chat and Win.
Make sure to log in and just write something positive of like how much you love Jesse on chat, and just show some love in today's stream. So we'll be right back to choose a winner. Hey everybody, we're back.
Everybody's chatting in the chat.
Everyone's saying, yay, Chat and Win, let's go, woo. A lot of moos and yahoos.
I feel like the Moo book has brought out the best in all people.
Oh, so much, yes.
Amazing.
Oh God, hello you guys, Oliver, Bohana,
Mario.
It's going by so quick.
Roman
Milan,
Mills, everybody.
Lisa,
We see you.
Abeen, Oliver.
Derek, that's the first time I've seen Derek in the chat. I'm excited that you're here. Brandon,
Loving
Larry.
your process. Live it up.
All right.
Nice.
So many people. I love chatting when because it just goes crazy.
I know.
It just
I'm
gets
like
crazy.
trying to read all of them, but yeah. Wow.
So many people
People
in
are
the
saying
chat.
they're learning so much on the stream, and
That's awesome. I also am learning a lot on this stream.
too.
I'm learning a lot about myself.
Oh wow. That's,
yeah.
that's awesome.
I'm learning a lot about like confetti and graphics.
I know.
And about like crazy awesome like chat streams.
This is amazing, and like I just like by hosting you, I'm like learning so much. Like those style tiles yesterday.
Come on with the style towel.
And you guys, we have a winner.
Oh, winner!
Congratulations, Yuang Hong. You will be receiving a message to get your own mood notebook. You guys, this is beautiful. Look at this.
So excited.
Oh,
Open it up. Just smell it a little bit. Like
And
it's
it
got
has,
that
like-
new mousse smell.
There's like green paper in the middle of it.
Ooh,
Oh, it splits it up. Oh, I love that.
a sweet
Yes.
deal.
And if you guys did not win today's chat and win, you can go to moo.com/Adobe Live to receive 15% off your purchase. So just a little something for you.
Just a little something, something.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations on that win. All right, so we have we have our forms built out. We're gonna do the next few are gonna be really, really easy. Although I do want to do something a little bit different for the photos. So let's do the videos first because I feel like that'll be pretty simple. I think I might even just like copy like this category.
And videos would be like how to
Videos would be
play
like
it.
YouTube reviews, like people like doing like rules overviews. Like there's tons of that stuff out there on the web right now.
Do you ever watch videos people playing board games?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's actually okay. So that's actually how I got started. There was like
really?
a show called Tabletop, and it was like a YouTube like series
With a bunch of friends, right?
with a bunch of friends, and
Yeah.
they would all play games. And I was like,
watched
that
those
looks so fun. Like I want to have fun. And then got me into the board gaming. So that was it.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna do this. We're gonna rename this one number 10. We're gonna call it videos. Cool. And then let's get rid of that. We have like these styles, like text on there and a drop shadow. We're not gonna need that. So instead, we're just gonna do. Oh, actually, we might need that. We're gonna keep that because it's gonna be like describing like whatever the video title is. But
Right.
we're gonna get rid of this 2-up like kind of layout, and we're just gonna go like nice and big, like single column. Let's see, might even
like a YouTube.
Like
even that. Yeah.
we're
Wow.
gonna do something more like that maybe. So let's come down here. We'll videos as our title. And I always like sometimes people ask like you know, just like setting up the flows of like chevrons that link back or X's that close. And you always just want to make sure this is gonna sound like really elementary, I feel like, but some people ask sometimes. You want to make sure you're using the right icon to represent the right interaction or transition. So from our screen here, we are like, we're tapping a screen, we're sliding over into one of these supporting screens, and the chevron is gonna slide us back into that view. And that's a little bit different from tapping a game here and modeling something up or lifting something up from the bottom, and X to close and bring the whole thing down. So just kind of keeping those basic transitions in mind. It'll be a little less jarring when you are presenting your prototypes. And we're gonna cover that when we start prototyping here in a little bit.
Okay.
I just wanted to touch on it. Okay, cool, let's.
And if you guys are just joining us, we are here with Jesse Showalter for this whole week. And he is designing a board game experience app. So yeah,
Awesome.
so much fun.
It has
And
been
also 54 minutes left to submit your portfolio submissions. We can do some portfolio reviews. We'll go over
Yeah, I like that.
some stuff on your project. So make sure to submit it in the tab where it says portfolio review submissions next to chat.
I'm really excited. I had so much fun. Like I've had so much fun looking at like the projects and the submissions the last few days. I'm really pumped to look at people's like full portfolios.
Right?
It's gonna be really cool. Okay, cool. So I'm just dropping like that in there as like a YouTube video. And I don't think this has to be super like crazy. I think it can be really easy. I'm just gonna like repeat
Straight to
grid.
the point.
Boom, straight to the point,
Nice.
and drop a couple of videos in there like that. And, oh, we gotta fix the spacing. Let's look and see. On my repeat grid. There it is. I'm just getting like 4 pixel boxes to kind of match the outside, especially when you have a 1 column like this. Sometimes you gotta play with spacing on like other elements, like over here, right? Like this has a little bit like of a custom spacing in between elements. But here, 1 column, just match the padding on the outside. That's like simple like rule for me, is like just keep it all like, it's this word optically. See how many things I've learned? Just optically. Just, I don't know if that applies right now, actually. There's all sorts of words that I'm just learning and saying. Goat yoga.
Goat yoga.
Bar mitzvah crashing. Optically.
100.
Spice. 100. There's so many things that have happened. If you've been tuning into this whole thing.
This whole week.
If you haven't and you're just showing up, you're like, what is with all these weird catchphrases that these people have? Like,
who are these people?
We are each other's spirit animal, and so we formed a bond over the last 72 hours. That's been so good. Okay, so we have categories, we have forums, we have videos. Now this is where I want to do something like a little bit different. Photos. I feel like I want to do like a little bit more like a masonry grid. Like I feel like that could be kind of fun. So let's do that. I'm gonna take categories and I'm gonna take videos. Press Command D and duplicate that thing, and then rename it.
I mean, this is like spicy. Looks good.
You know what would be kind of cool actually is, let's do, this would be super fun when we prototype this actually. Let's do multiple different like view options for the photos.
Oh,
so we'll do a masonry view, and then you can swap it over to like more of like a 1 column like photo view.
Like in a large.
Yeah, and if we'll use the same photos, so you'll see the whole thing auto animate into like their positions, like from masonry to whatever.
Yeah, I like that. We should do that.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Let's do that. So we're gonna go photos right there, and then we are going to have to come in and look for a quick icon, something that talks about a grid, something like that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I know I can definitely do this. Let's go list. And I just need like one of those basic kind of lists. Yeah, let's do this one. So we're gonna pull that little icon in and just recolor all of these paths inside. Cool.
Nice.
And then, so we have that there. And then we'll kind of tuck that over to the side of our grid. And then we're gonna do something that's like more like masonry. So I'm just gonna make a really quick, ugly logo for this. Don't laugh at me again, like everybody did yesterday when I made an icon.
Moke's like, just wondering, the games for the mockup, is that an XD plugin as well? That would be
No,
awesome.
that would be awesome as well, but it's not. It's me going out and gathering like resources. So, because I happen to know the games and stuff, so I just nerded out and did that.
Nice.
It was actually like a lot of fun, because I was just like, as I was like getting all the assets ready for this, I was just like, ooh, that game, I want to play that game.
You're like discovering new games at the same time.
It's great. So. All right, we're just lining up a little masonry grid, like icon type thing.
Nice.
I'm gonna go in real tight here.
Ooh, I see that pattern in the background too, like a very transparent pattern.
Oh yeah, just subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for noticing, Kevin.
Of course,
that was a lot of thought work put into that little transparent, dumb pattern back
like,
there.
I thought you'd never notice.
I thought you would never say anything. It's like, okay, cool. So now we have the option to flip in between the two. And then what we will do is let's make one of them like active and one of them kind of like inactive. I don't know how that's gonna work or how that's gonna look, but we'll try it. Because I don't know if I want to put like an active, that like accent color directly on the blue. That's gonna be really bad contrast. Right. I can already tell, right? Like if you put that pink right over it, not gonna be so fantastic. So, or maybe, I don't know, we'll try it. But let's stay here. So we have everything like lined up. And we are going to have some photos, games.
Jeffrey loves your icon, by the way.
Thank you. So supportive in the chat, too. I love it. Okay, let's find our game, because we're still kind of talking about this game, Kanagawa. So we're going to just take some photos that we had of it.
Ooh, oh, it's like the way they design it, too, is so pretty.
Pretty nice.
Like the little wooden
components and pieces and stuff. This is definitely one of those games that is not a friend wrecker game. It's one of the games that you'd be like, that was nice. I enjoyed myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What's this game about?
It's about like, I think this one is about building like art sets. So you're like collecting like Japanese art or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pretty cool. I'm just gonna add some other photos in from another game just so we have some filler stuff. Okay, so let's start there. So we're gonna do, this one is called Photos. We're gonna go 11.1 and then we're gonna duplicate this guy. And we have 11.2, which is gonna be our masonry grid style.
So Abdul says, what about making the icon rounded edges too? What do you think about?
Could do that. I think in this case, like we're gonna represent like a masonry grid, and I'm gonna sound contradictory to myself, like what I said a little bit ago, but like that is one of the times when, even though my photos, if you look closely, like they still have like rounded edges or rounded kind of like border radius.
Right.
They're still, as you're gonna see right now in a second, are still gonna be lined up in somewhat of an angular grid. So I want the icon to like still represent that a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
That's just personal choice, but you could totally do that. You could totally do that if you want to. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that the active state and this one the inactive state.
Nice.
And then let's just start building like a little bit of, we're gonna unrepeat, which I learned yesterday, the hotkey for getting out of a repeat grid is just Command-Shift-G and it breaks the grid out.
Oh, that's
So like,
awesome.
Command-R to make it a repeat grid, Command-Shift-G, get it out of the grid. So,
So what's your favorite color and fonts?
I mean,
To work with.
I'm actually really liking Sophia Pro, which is something I used, like I got the font using like the Adobe like Creative Cloud, so that's a really nice one. I like Futura, Gotham.
I love Futura.
Just super nice, right? Like, I tend to like gravitate if it's my own choice and not for like a client project or something, it's mandatory to use something else. I lean towards more like kind of chunky, modern like sans serif fonts.
Okay.
I lean towards those like a lot more. Color-wise, I like all color, and I like to play with color a ton. So I couldn't nail it down to one thing, but I like things that like are like color combinations that pop, that have like a lot of like fun and excitement to them.
Like what you're doing now.
Like what I'm doing right now. Like I never wanted, I don't like making things that are like muted and like really like these. I like things to have like a lot of like energy to them.
Blam.
I like colors that are blam. And that's what I like. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna pull this photo in here, and we're gonna build out our little masonry grid. So let's do it like that.
Abdul loves you. He's like, this just overall looks amazing, and he's definitely going to see these streams again and again.
Yes, nice. Thank you.
Look at you convincing these people. That's awesome.
What's up? Okay, cool. I'm excited. I'm excited that everyone else is excited.
Oh, I love like the different sizes
Just
like that.
mix it up a little bit.
That's cool.
Let's do like that, and we'll pull our last photo in. What I love about like, I read a blog post one time on like people making masonry grids, and like there was some science to it. And, like halfway through, I was like, no, not me. I just like to rearrange some sizes and have some fun. That's all I like to do.
Wow. Do you remember what they were saying about it?
They were saying like there was like a math equation, and there was all these things you like. Makes the like the best like type of masonry grid. And I got to the word math, and I went, you lost me.
Yeah.
You lost me. That doesn't sound as fun as what I just did.
The only math I'll do is the golden ratio font size.
There you go. Okay, cool. So let's do that, and I think that's good for now. Oh, you know what? I think this is in a repeat grid, and this is not. So we're gonna have to break that one out, as we learned from Howard Pinsky yesterday. If you have some things in a grid and some things not in a grid, the transitions aren't gonna quite work. So we'll come back and we'll prototype that, and hopefully we'll see some movement around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's photos, that's videos, that's forums. What's our last one? Files. Okay, let's do files really quickly.
Howard, speaking of Howard, he's like, wouldn't it be neat if repeat grid supported different sized images?
I feel like every time Howard says something, it's like a hint. Do you ever feel like that? Like he's just like, wouldn't it be nice if, wha-bam, here comes April, or something.
I know.
You're like, oh, thanks, Howard.
A little sneak peek, huh? Maybe.
Okay, we're gonna do files, and let's get rid of These icons, we don't need those anymore. And we don't need any of these photos anymore. But we do need a card of some kind. So let's take our card.
Everyone's talking about math now.
Everyone's talking about math. Everyone's like fixated on it. That's awesome. Math is, listen, don't get me wrong. Math is good. Math is needed. Math's just not for Jesse. That's all. And also Jesse is starting to speak in the third person on the stream, which is disturbing.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's turn the grids off on these guys. I'm just doing that by pressing Command and apostrophe, so I want to see them. And let's zoom in. Now the files thing on this forum, like it's really common for people to upload corrections to like rules, or maybe some people even get so into it they'll print out their own versions of like helper like documents or something. Like, hey, here's a little FAQ. So they'll upload those, and you can then download the file and have it. So sometimes there are even design files.
Wow.
Where you can be like, there's a lot of games out there that are like free games that are like called print and play.
Okay.
So somebody will create a game and they'll upload the files and say, all you have to do is like print all these out and cut the cards out or whatever, and you have a free game.
Would you ever make that?
Would I ever make one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've definitely printed out, this is how much of a nerd I am. I've definitely printed out free files and been like, I have a game now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is a thing that you can do in the world. So here we go. We're gonna just break that out of the grid. I just like realized that like also like when you have a grid and you break it out of the grid, it's gonna save however many items are visible. Like even that one right there, like this guy is like only partially visible, but when it broke out of the grid, it said, okay, you have four components left over, which is super nice. So if I just like draw that whole thing up and break out of the grid, a little bit more, then I just have the one. So that's kind of nice. You have that control. Like before I make that step of ungrouping things, how many of these do I need before I like go on?
Right.
It's kind of nice. I like that.
That's actually a good hint because I didn't know that. Like if you ungroup, I usually have one more. I'm like, oh, I didn't want that.
Right.
But I just have to move it a little bit more up.
Yep. Okay. What does a download icon look like? I'm trying to remember right now. Download. Definitely a down arrow, right?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up in my little icon thing. Do we have download? Yes, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We have download, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pull that in, because then what we wanna do is instead of how many people have viewed this, I wanna do how many people have downloaded this.
Nice.
That'll kind of give people an indicator of like, is it popular? Is it good? Is it worthwhile? Should I take the time and actually even download this?
And print everything.
Print this file. So let's say 76 people have downloaded that. Let's do that. And I'm just grabbing the text and my icon and just making sure everything is lined up there on the edge, which it is. Super great. And then let's name this. What do we call this? Rules. Let's do a rules FAQ, like so. Kevin Lee's also posting rules FAQs.
Wow.
He's super into it.
So 100 views, 76 downloads. That's a 76%.
That's so good.
That's like
You're
I'm
killing it in this
it.
board game community, Kevin. Okay, awesome. And then what we want to do also is, I know that in here I have a PDF icon as well, so I'd like to do something like that. Let's bring that guy in. So, how do I want to do this?
Such a cute PDF icon.
Thank you. Actually, I'm sorry, Kevin. I might get rid of your avatar and replace for like an icon that represents a PDF.
Oh, okay.
Oops. Let's do that and just bring it up. There you go. I feel like that feels a little bit more like a file and less like a post from a person. So we can really streamline this whole thing. Let's just bring this down a little bit, and we can save a lot of space with this card. This is what I'm talking about, the reusing of elements. I'm just so into that.
Yeah.
That's why like I was rewatching the first day's stream that we did, and I was like, I got so little done in the first like hour, and then in the last like 30 minutes it was like, okay, and we're ramping up. And I realized like, I don't need to be stressed out when that happens because that's how it always is. Like, I like to take the time and build like the components so I can start reusing like this over and over and over. So.
Yeah. Also, it's quicker because you made all the elements together that you can just copy and paste. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm learning to be okay with my design, like my design flow, and not be like, even though this is Adobe Live and I'm like, I have 38 minutes left. I'm like, all right, go.
Oh yeah, you guys have 38 minutes left for portfolio submission. So make sure to submit your portfolio so we can review them.
Yes, I'm so excited.
At the end of the stream.
All right, so let's do that. That might need a little spacing work, but I'm gonna say I'm okay with it for now. And then you need to group those details together, get it in there. And that is my file. And so we're going to Command R, repeat grid. Got a bunch of files here available.
Nice.
And come up and just work the spacing really quick. And then I feel like we can, is that the last one? We can just start prototyping, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, we can do this profile really quickly. What do we put in here? Let's just reuse this area.
Roman's asking, where is he getting those icons from?
I have like a program called Icon Jar, and it's more of like a repository where you can just pull in all your icons. You can make your own sets, pull them in here, and they live inside of a library here. So I'm getting these icons from all over. So Creative Market, things I've downloaded, bought, made myself, and then just keeping them there housed in this little thing, which is kind of nice because you can organize them. You can see where you got them.
Organized, yeah.
Super organization for the win.
Organization.
Love
Jesse's
it.
amazing at organization. Like, look at his layers right now.
Don't look at my layers.
Oh wait,
These layers. Don't look at those.
Still, like,
They're
so
bad.
good.
These layers maybe, but not the internal layers. Okay, so let's do member since. Let's do favorite games. Let's do what else would be like a good member stat? Let's see. Collection, like how many games do you own?
Ooh.
And then let's do last one would be
Amount of forums there, or like
posts. Yeah, let's do posts. Good idea.
Right.
Okay, members since 2019, not 2119. Collection. Let's say I have 76 games in my collection, and I have 175 posts.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. And we have some favorite games here, so like putting in a couple of games. And I'm thinking those would like surface because they're on your favorites list, and you're logging plays of them or something a lot. So
Nice.
And then let's do this. Last thing here. We'll just put like
Robbie's like, I gotta work on my portfolio to submit for review.
do it fast.
it. You can do it. You have 35 minutes.
Cool. Okay. Let's just do that. Nice and simple. I mean, we'd probably want to come back in and figure out what actually needs to go in there. But I think for now,
Looks good for now.
we're gonna bring our nav in. Ooh. And just get rid of our. So what I decided to do with the nav, since there's no like symbol overrides or anything quite yet. So in my library, I have here. I'm gonna do this. In my library, I created a bunch of assets for like the nav.
Oh, cool.
And then I created a symbol, like a combined symbol out of not only the icons, but then to make this nav bar. So this nav bar is now a symbol as well. So if I change something in one place, it's gonna change everywhere. And then what I do is I just take that symbol and I put it in like a group, like a normal group.
Oh, okay.
And then I just drop a white box on top, right? So that you can hide the icon behind it.
That's so much quicker than like just pasting it and then realigning it.
Yeah, and then I just kind of like, I'll bring like the other like active state icon over it. So that's like my little workaround for now.
Yeah, but still, that's...
So that way we don't get like any sort of semblance of the other icon that was behind it.
Yeah,
So now we
good.
have active state, kind of cool. So let's do that. And I think we have 33 minutes left. I think it's prototype time. You
Okay.
think so? You
Yeah.
wanna get crazy with the
yeah.
prototype? Okay.
Definitely.
Let's do the prototype time. You're like, yes, let's
Yes.
finally. Hurry up, Jesse.
I love it.
Okay, so we already have kind of like our intro animation and everything going, and we also have our first kind of just normal transition over to like our content.
Love that.
So we're in our content.
So good.
We want to start doing some drag gestures or horizontal swiping. We're gonna need to animate the pagination. So let's start there. This first one's really, really easy because we basically just can make a second version of this artboard and drag this guy all the way over. Let's just do it to the second one, so we just have like an example. And then I went in yesterday, I was having a little problem with the pagination, like the dot was actually moving over, like from dot to dot, and I don't want that, I want it just to fade out and fade in.
Oh,
so
okay.
I broke it out of the grid, I made them individual shapes, and now I'm just going back to like similar style there. So I'm just gonna swap styles basically, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see, that's fill and border of 0.5. I should have had a style for that, but I did not. Bad on me. You ever just like discipline yourself while you're designing? You're like, what am I doing? What am I thinking? Come on, Jesse.
Come on.
Get with it, man. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take the border off and use our accent color.
Nice.
And so that's the swap in between like that. And so you would have to go in and create a board for each of these drag gestures, right? So that we get like that individual one. I don't want to like slide these over. So if I drag once, everything slides. That would be wrong. So I want to go like piece by piece here.
Okay.
So that's our first piece, and we are going to. I think that should be good. Let's go to our prototype tab.
Okay.
And we're gonna grab this portion. There it is. And we want to drag on there and lead up there. So we're gonna auto animate when we drag. And we want a little bit of easing.
Nice.
And that should work. So let's try to go back now the other way and see if we did this right. Grab this, and I need to zoom way out because I have very tall artboards. So I'm gonna drop that down there. Drag, auto animate, ease in, ease out. I like that it saves like my previous selections because they just know I'm gonna probably do a similar thing. So
That's how smart XD is.
I love that. Okay, so now we can drag. And you'll see the pagination is changing, and I'm going back and forth between my...
Oh man, the drag gestures. Like,
Yeah, we're good. I was inspired by the drag gesture challenge yesterday. I was loving it.
it's not a drag.
Okay, cool. So now what we want to do is, I also, we still have this scrollable kind of thing. I did like a little, kind of like a fun little hack. So when you scroll,
Okay.
I want the nav bar, or excuse me, the search bar to stay on top and stay like kind of positioned.
Okay.
So what I did was I came in, I drew like a square right here. You can see like, I'm gonna zoom in. I drew this square and I matched it with all my shapes and everything. So as I scroll, like it just stays on top. So I just like
Love that.
Yeah, I keep that like absolutely positioned thing there.
So smart.
Don't give me too much credit. I was more inspired by the peeps yesterday. That's why I did
XD
it.
hacks.
XD hacks. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to design. I just want to make sure that this navigation is staying on top, right? So I'm gonna close this really quick. My tab bar navigation needs to be there and stay fixed. It was not before, and that was bugging me. So let's come back out, and now my thing stays positioned.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. And so does my scroll. But when I hit search, I want to jump into our search. So this one's going to take a little bit of work because I want, not only do I want like the search like results to kind of like come in, but I have a different size from my search bar here on my Explore tab.
Oh.
Whoa, bring that back up. Down to like, I want it to shrink, and I want the cancel button to like pop up. And I want that kind of animation and interaction, like search bar comes over, cancel comes up, I can cancel and go back to the Explore tab. So back and forth between the
It's
two.
these little things, you guys.
Those little micro interactions that are
excite
like,
me.
you don't realize they're so delightful, and it's like a nice experience, but like that's what we're trying to do. So
smooth.
let's see how we do this. I'm actually unsure of how we're gonna do this, so Kevin, I might need your help.
Ooh, okay.
Need to get your opinion on some of these things.
Yes.
All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to have, we want to make sure that this search bar is similarly named to this search bar. So they're both the same item, same things, same group with things inside of it. And
so they can both do it.
So that one's gonna be good, right? So let's set up the interaction really quick. I'm gonna go to prototype, and I'm just going to say, as soon as I tap on the search, I want you to go, whoops, that's the wrong one. Ha.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Okay, as soon as I tap on search, I want you to go down to search, and it's a tap gesture, it auto animates. Let's just keep that easing and see what happens. And then when I tap cancel, we're gonna go back. Let's check all that. That should be the same. So let's try this out. Whoops, we're starting from the beginning. Boop.
I mean, I don't mind.
I don't mind like seeing that little like animation. Okay, so now we're gonna tap, and it's just straight like,
going straight.
it's just like, it's dissolving like too quickly. I don't know why it's doing that, so we gotta figure that out.
Okay.
One thing I think we could probably do is take all of this info, and let's go back to our design tab. I'm gonna draw a white box so we have like a background, and I'm gonna Command Shift left bracket to send it all the way to the back. And I think this is kind of what Howard was saying yesterday in the chat, and I'm gonna take all these things and just group them together. Okay, so then I have this group, and I'm just gonna name it, search results.
Nice.
I'm gonna take search results, and I wanna bring it up here so that it is like hidden inside of this guy. So they can like fade in really, really nicely.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're gonna bring it in and fade it out. Now I'm hoping that if we...
Maybe a shorter time.
Maybe a shorter time?
Within the transition.
Oh, okay, maybe. Let's try. So we're gonna just get into our search point there, and then let's check it. So
Or longer.
Longer, you mean,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I was kind of like, shorter? No, not shorter. Like, that wouldn't be good. You know what I need to do? I need some space to work. Do you ever just feel like that? I need some like breathing room. I'm just gonna bring these up here really quick so I can look at them side by side and stop tripping out. Okay, cool. Now I can see where they're going a little bit easier. So I'm gonna tap here. Let's see, search.
So no. I wonder what it's set to.
What is it linked to? What am I doing wrong? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna tap. It's like 0.3 seconds. Let's do 0.6 seconds. Let's try that.
Okay.
We could just do like a simple dissolve. We'll see. Maybe that might end up being the answer, but I don't want that to be the answer. I want it to be cooler than that. So, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's like not super impressive. Let's do this also. Let's take the search results, like, and let's drop them down, like so they kind of get in there. Like have a little animation going on.
Okay. It's slowly getting there.
It's slowly getting
that
there.
Solution.
Although it's jumping, right? So I have a feeling that one of the things that's wrong is the headers are different. Do you feel like that? Because I'm getting like that white, when you see that white flash, like this one right here, like that little flash in between,
yeah.
I think it means that like they're separate elements and they're just like jittering and like transitioning on the page. So what I need to do is I need to go back to my design tab and do a little work here and figure out, this is my search, let's call this search bar. And let's take that and come over here and see what we have here.
What's that? So it's the same.
Yeah, so we want to get rid of this guy.
Bye.
Goodbye. See you later. And we want that one instead, okay? We do have a status bar, so we want to make sure we keep our status bar. And now let's try play again really quick. Oh, here it is. Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize for that.
No, get to that. Okay. Oh, see, here we go. So now I don't have that. When I just did that, I didn't get any sort of flash.
That white flash.
Yeah, so watch, I'm gonna go back and you can see there's no flash.
Oh,
you just,
beautiful.
So that's what it was. When you don't have like perfectly like linked elements, they can't find each other, then they're like, it's computer. They're like, we don't know what you're telling me to do. Like, tell me the right thing and I'll do it. So what we wanna do now is hide the cancel button and maybe move it over to get a little animation in, and then drag that guy out. Go to our prototype tab and just redo this guy really quick.
Yay.
We should have a working thing.
Yay!
See that?
Look at that! What?
And now I'm thinking it does take a little too long. I don't like, it feels like
Right.
like an old man walking down the street. I need to like just speed it up a tad bit. So let's go 0.3, and now we have like a little snappier.
Oh, I love that so much.
So I'm pretty happy with that. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a nice little micro interaction. So we're gonna move on because I only got 23 minutes left to do some more prototyping. So.
I need to learn more micro interactions because it changes a lot.
You know,
the experience.
I think one of the, if anybody's wondering like, hey, where do you learn, like, how do you learn like micro interactions and how to like do those kinds of things? I think one of the best things to do is just play with stuff. And like, I'm not saying that because I'm building a board game app right now, but like just download tons of apps and play with them and figure out what you like and then try to write down why you like it.
Right.
That would be like my recommendation if you're like, if somebody wants to explore those things.
Do that actually.
So let's do some basic, I just want to go through and get the basic prototyping down here.
You got the Howard approval. He says
Did I?
so fancy.
Oh man, I like, Howard, you just made my day. Don't mess with me. Don't build me up, Buttercup, like just to let me down. Okay, so here's our tab bar navigate. Yeah, I just said that. We lost our active state thing. I don't want to lose that. So I like that. Okay, so.
Nils is like micro OCD nation.
I do have a little bit of that, sorry. Okay, let's bring our thing over and just move it back.
And if you guys are just joining us, we are with Jesse Showalter. He is designing a board game experience app. So yeah, he is currently just working on some icons at the moment, but it's coming along so great. And you have 22 minutes left to submit your portfolio submissions, so the amazing Jesse Showalter can review them and give you some feedback.
Oh man, that'll be awesome. I'm really excited. Okay, so we have, I think the hard thing I'm like, the problem I'm running into is that when you make something into like a combined symbol, you lose the ability to individually like assign them prototyping points.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So like, is it better in your opinion to create some sort of transparent tap point, or is it better to just break it out of that combined symbol and use it like that? What do you think?
I guess it depends on the size of the icon. Like if it's super small, I usually have that shape in the background.
That's true, right?
But I wonder if it's grouped, if you can just double click on the specific icon, if that'll separate it in the prototyping feature.
I don't think so. I think because each of the icons are like individual symbols, and then I pop them in and combine them with the nav bar like rectangle, and then I made a symbol out of that.
Symbol.
So it is like a two-layered like inception symbol. So it's not going to work as well. So it's either do I give each of these like transparent tap points, which could be a thing, and then go like that.
I think that would be better.
Yeah, and then we can just like lock onto those, and so I can just add those into the other navbar elements. And what's cool is like this one is right, like we can just fade up the white so we can still put that active state in it. So that's kind of like my thought for that. It could be right, it could be wrong. We'll find out.
And I like how like you're finding solutions as you go, like as you're designing and prototyping. Like,
that's real life, man.
Wow,
It's
that's
real
awesome.
life. If you have all the answers, please tell me how you got that, because I don't. I just like. I like to Google things and figure stuff out.
My mom always says like, if I have a question for her, she's like, just Google it. Like she's like your second mom. I'm like, okay. Like Google knows everything.
A lot of truth there. Okay, let's figure out where we've put. I'm having trouble. I did something dumb, I feel like. Because I can't find this guy. Oh, you know why?
Nils is like, I should probably share my XD prototype portfolio. Yeah. You don't have to ask a question for that. Definitely you should.
Would love that. Okay, I need to start fresh here, because
Howard is back. He's like, you should be able to select a symbol within a symbol.
Maybe I'm doing something wrong then, Howard, so I will allow you to scold me about it later. But I don't got time to figure it out. I gotta do something else right now.
A lot of stuff to do.
A lot of stuff to do, so we're gonna just add those tap points and just rock it like that.
She's like, she can't wait to see the finished app. Me too.
We'll see if I get there, man. I'm like so
amazing.
I'm like really, really nervous.
But you got a lot of stuff done. So
Thanks. I'm trying. That was like my biggest like worry. I was like, am I gonna finish it? We shall see.
Everyone's like, can you like make this available for download so as newbies can break it apart and see how you structured everything?
Oh yeah, we should totally do that. I'll absolutely figure out a way to do that. Okay, cool. And then when you do it, when you download it though, I'll put it somewhere like on my website or something, but when you download it, don't judge me for the layers, because it will not actually be as neat as maybe Kevin has made me out to be. You'd be like, Kevin said this guy was organized.
You are, though.
This
like,
looks
what?
like a yard sale. Like, I feel like that's not true. Okay, so let's take the nav bar there. Okay, now we can finally, let's just come across and do a little bit of fixing and add our nav bar back.
Do you have like a rule for the drop shadow used in a tab bar?
In the tab bar?
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to do just enough, just something subtle enough so it separates from the background.
Optically.
Yeah, I just want like a little, this whole thing is about like experimenting with like playful like shapes, color, and so it's like, I think dimensionality is like kind of a playful thing as well. That's why you see like a little bit of the shadows or like here, like cards and images like overhanging, because I just wanted to be like a little less serious and professional and a little bit more like fun and young, So I feel like you can use words to describe like shadows, like young, or like you could actually like apply like, you know, different words to that. So that's my thought on it anyways. Okay, so we have that, and we're just basically going through and changing the active state to all these guys. So I'm getting that out and just dragging my active state on top.
And it's just like, you can give the XD file away, but just ask for a YouTube subscribe first.
Like,
that's actually smart.
I could do that. Or I could just give it away.
Yeah.
Or we could just be crazy.
Jesse isn't like that.
He just gives stuff away. I like that more. Okay, somehow I lost my red heart. I must have deleted the...
Oh my god, Roman's like, you're not using the Marie Kondo method with your layers, Jesse.
I know, I'm sorry.
But he is sparking joy.
Hopefully in somebody out there. Kind of not myself right now. I'm not sparking the joy of myself. Right now I'm a little stressed, but the joy will come later. Okay.
You're doing so good.
All right, we're gonna drag this active heart out, cool. And then let's go quickly to the profile. And we gotta take that same nav.
And Huxel, if you want us to, tell you about our latest project, you can also submit your portfolio link. That's coming up in 15 minutes, so we can review it.
Love it. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Opacity down. This one, opacity up, and put our profile active state in really fast like that. Okay. So now we can do our basic, let's do a really quick basic prototyping like screen to screen, because that's still much needed. So we can go into prototype, and I can just grab that tap point, and that's gonna take us to our, oh, excuse me.
I don't know if Anise is saying that you made a big heart icon, or if you just generally have a big heart.
Oh, maybe both.
Maybe both? Describing himself?
So sweat, maybe. I don't know. Okay, cool. So we don't want to do auto animates for these, because I feel like that's unnecessary. So we just want to do transition, and this is the kind we're gonna slide left, and when we come back this way, we will transition, excuse me, boom, and we will slide right.
Nice.
And let's just make sure. Do you ever forget, like sometimes I forget which way is like left and right? Like I'm like slide left. Does that mean slide from the left or to the left? I'm like, I always have trouble with that. So here we go. So we can just see like just some simple transitions like going from screen to screen. We're just working them out. Let's keep cruising on that front. And we'll take our heart, and we want to go to our favorites. And we also want to take our profile. Now, if I was real smart, I think that you can prototype like your nav bar once, and it goes to the other 3 screens, and then take that nav bar and duplicate it, and it'll keep all those prototyping pathways. So I should have probably done that, but not too wise. Okay, cool. So let's take that one to the favorites, and this one is going to the profile. And we're sliding to the right, so we're still looking good. Let's see if we, oh, see, I messed up.
Slide to the right.
Slide to the left
Slide
on that
to the
one.
left. Crisscross.
Okay, and that one is slide to the right. Okay, cool. So now we should be able to do a similar thing here. Where's my nav bar on this page? That's an old one. Let's get rid of that old one.
Oh, killers, like they should have maybe icons to show what the slide effects do.
Oh, that would be
Instead of
nice.
just the name of it.
I would
That's
like
Good
that.
suggestion.
Think about that, yeah. So we just gotta do this really quick work. Boom. This is, I feel like a lot of the times this is when like the rubber meets the road, right? Like it's not necessarily like the fun part of design. It's the getting all the screens ready. It's like being really, really detail oriented.
Yeah.
But it's super important. Like you have to do it. I just did some bad things.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'm doing weird bad things. Let's try that again. Okay. Fixed position. Let's just do that. I'm just starting to play with opacity now instead because I feel like it's a little bit easier. I deleted my heart again. Why do I keep doing that? What?
Your heart is so big. How can you delete it?
How can you delete it? Yeah, let's try this one more time. Ungroup it. Somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong out there. I would totally appreciate it. Heart. Okay, so now it's in my symbols. Should be able to use it freely.
Right
Like this guy.
there. Oh,
Boom. Bring our opacity up there. And
Nice.
let's bring our opacity down there. And down there as well. Okay, cool.
whoa.
Well, I'm jumping around like super fast because I know I only have 12 minutes left. So let's go back into prototype. And this is going to take us to, we are on the top 100 list. I even did that wrong again. Man, I'm a hot mess right now. You ever just be like, I'm a hot mess?
Oh, every day.
Every day. Don't say that, Kevin. That's not true. All right, we'll slide that one down. And up. Perfect. Okay, let's do that.
Nice.
So now we can go back into prototype. I know everyone's watching like, this dude is crazy right now. We're gonna slide left. Very cool. That's sliding left.
Do you like prototyping?
I dig prototyping because I kind of enjoy the process, but I enjoy the end result so much. Like seeing something and then like even pulling your phone out and like using like the XD viewer and being like, look what I made. Look what I made. It feels so real.
It's like the workout before the losing weight. Like you just have to keep like
You just gotta keep cruising.
doing it.
Gotta keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, slide to the right. Going. Yeah, I think it's also just nice, like the look on like an engineer or developer's face when you show them what that micro transition or a micro interaction should look like. They're just like, oh, thank you for giving me like some sort of idea. I'm like, so welcome.
True. Yeah.
Love you, man.
Depends on the developer.
It depends.
Yeah.
Depends.
But that's true.
All right, so we're gonna do a bunch of slide. Right, so we're just gonna reconnect these. These are gonna go to the right. Solid. And uno más. Back there. So now we should, cross your fingers, should be able to navigate just around the app a little bit.
Nice.
So that feels good. And we could have used like a dissolve, or we could have used like a simpler transition if we wanted to, but you know, I think we have a little bit of time left, and so the two that I really want to get to is I want to go from game to game page, like favorite to game page, and I want to go photo to masonry grid.
Okay.
So let's do the photo to the masonry grid because I feel like that would be
This will be cool.
the most fun.
Yeah.
So let's do this, and I think let's go. Actually, let's do one last little designy thing here because I feel like this icon is not as like blatant as it should be. So let's go like that for the active state, and then like that for the inactive state. Okay. So we are going to prototype. We are hitting the masonry icon, going over and doing auto animate on tap and ease in, ease out. Let's try it. And then this one will take us back. So with any luck, we should be able to go masonry.
Ooh.
Back over to, Yes.
Oh my
Sometimes you
gosh.
gotta work hard for it and like do some tedious stuff, and then sometimes you put in a little bit of like previous legwork,
Look at that.
and it just like feels nice when you do it. So that's just cool.
Oh my goodness.
Happy with that.
I
Dunskies.
love that.
Put a fork in the masonry one. Let's move on. Okay.
We're done.
we're done. Let's go.
I
home.
was like, yeah.
Okay, cool. Any other in the chat? Like, if you guys have, I'm gonna do this game one right now. But if I have any other like any time left over, if there's a transition or like a prototype that you want me to do, let me know, and I might be able to get to that as well.
Yes, and we have 8 minutes left for portfolio submissions, you guys. So submit those in the portfolio review tab by the chat, and then we can review your submissions, your portfolios, and give you feedback.
Awesome.
Everyone loves you, so imagine getting feedback from the person you love. That's amazing.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna try this auto animate and just see. Sometimes I just try it and I see like what's going on with my layers. Like, so what's going on with my layers is nothing's going on with my layers right now. They're not connected, they're not the same.
Right.
So we need to fix that real quick to make this magic happen. I also really, I really like the fact that I can hit my layers like Command Y and completely hide it and just give me like a little bit more working room. I really like that. Because sometimes there's like a lot of panels open and I just want like this much room, like, oh, that big. So
Patrick's like, I am so blown away by these auto animations.
auto animate is pretty sweet. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to break them out of like repeat grid, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's break it out of repeat grid. And now we just have like this single feature card right here. I'm gonna pull it up above so I can just deal with it directly. And let's see, we have, these are like the names of my layers. So I just wanna make sure that I'm using similar names. So let's come in really quickly, grab the photo. And it might actually, since I broke it out, it might be more linked now, but not. Okay, nope, I was wrong. Let's do this. We're gonna delete that photo and insert our new one.
That you copied from the.
I copied from the artboard on the left.
Nice.
And we will come in here and we will take our corners and make them all the way angular.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there we go, like that. And I think we need to go in and just manipulate our photo a little bit. So now hopefully we have, oh man, get past that animation. Now we have a little, hopefully we have a connection. Don't know why we don't have a connection. Let's figure it out here.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm gonna take this entire feature card and I'm going to do away with this photo. And, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my icons here for share and for close.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure they're in my feature card. Maybe like this.
That. Yeah.
So it'll like come off of the game itself. And then we'll just take them and hide them just by bringing the opacity down.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else do we need?
Do you like the animations to, come from the screen or like?
I usually like them to
outside
come from the side. I'm gonna try it like this. So sometimes I'll do like an initial animation just to get everything connected, and then I manipulate in between the two and just like kind of tweak after that. I'm a very iterative person, so I like to like get a bit like if anybody out there like does front end development, like one of the worst colors when you do code is like just making your text red. But that's always like my go-to. I'm like, all right, I just want to make sure everything's working. Red. Yeah, it's ugly. Okay, it's red. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then I start like going off of that and like knowing that everything is connected. So that's what I really want to do here is bring my entire card here and now start manipulating like the individual elements. So hopefully it should, let's just take that out and do all that little connection work. Okay, and manipulate the photo. And we can take this card portion and let's grab all of it, bring it up, and then let's bring the opacity down on all of it. Maybe that could work. I have this pagination that I'm gonna make sure is like properly in both of them.
Okay.
So we don't want that to just like.
I think your heart.
Oh, look at that little heart. Let's do that. Let's just get him out of the way for now.
The favorite. Okay.
Little favorite heart. We should have kept that in. We should have figured out a way to do that, but it's okay. So let's just, I really want this transition to work.
Okay.
So let's see if we can, there we
Oh.
go. There it was. Worked out okay there. And I just want to make sure that I'm getting my X to close and my share icon and status bar should also be in there. Status bar needs to make sure it's up above. And then let's just come back and check it out. Oh, we gotta use the X to close though. So let's just test this going into the game. Yeah.
Oh, that's so neat though. Like,
It's just nice, like.
yeah.
That would probably be a decent amount of work for like an engineer to do. So they would probably not be stoked on that so much. Like with every single thing that you do, you're gonna have to animate the game
Yeah.
like into like from each individual screen. But they might deal with it. Maybe
If you bake them cookies.
if I bake them cookies, which Kevin has taught me, that's the secret.
Yeah.
Just bake them the cookies. Okay. So let's just now take our X to close, prototype so we can go back from it. And it should be an auto animate as well so that we can X to close. It's a little bit like
I
has
like that.
a couple little issues, but I feel like
It's good.
it's good. Should we do like a quick overview of what we've done?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe?
We have
Like-
2 minutes for portfolio submissions, you guys. So,
Cool.
yeah, let's go over what you've done.
So we started out, we just kind of did like a fun little onboarding or like
Oh my
splash screen
God, I
animation.
love that.
So just like a little timed animation there, like back and forth between two screens. And then it would like animate
Woo.
into like our login. You can just like see it again by going back and forth.
So cool.
So like it's probably overboard if you just sit here and do it like, wow, that's really cheesy. But if it just happens to you once, you're like, oh, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's it. Hopefully you think that.
If you're not like me, though, I'll
Yeah.
be like,
And then you log in, and we can kind of scroll through and like see the different areas of like the explore section. And we could search. We have a nice little micro interaction for searching to get all of our search results. That's kind of fun. We can also drag. We'd probably want to come back and clean this part up because those two areas aren't matching. So more work to be done there. But the pagination's moving.
love that.
That's cool.
So
We can navigate in between screens. We can see like long lists of games. And we could like favorite some of those games and put them in our favorites list. We could tap on a game and see like game details. And then, oh, we forgot to animate over to these. Let's do really quick, whoop, because we don't want
Got this.
it's always like last minute. Why,
You have like 1 minute, yeah.
why do I do this
You
to
can do
myself?
it.
Let's go to forums and let's just do really fast, like slide to the left. Okay, and videos, where'd videos go? Bam. And photos, where'd photos go? Over there. And files. Files is way over there to the right. Okay, cool. And now let's just do back. That's what we want, back.
Nice.
Just getting all the normal transitions. It's probably gonna transition the wrong way, but that's fine because we just want to preview it really quick. So let's go, we're in our game. We can go like in and out of our game. We can scroll down and find like all the other content. So we can go into forums. So that's kind of cool. We could also, let's see, back to our game. Could also,
You did that in like 40 seconds.
I didn't do it very good though, so
Still, though.
don't give me too much love on that. We can go to our we can go to photos. We can swap view for the photos.
Ooh.
Head back to our game. We can see like the different files that are available to us.
So cool.
And videos that we can like play. So
Uh-huh.
oh, there's so much more that like could have been done. Like we could have done like videos and like pumped them out or like and we could just,
But overall, like, this is amazing.
Thanks.
Like, the amount of work you got done.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of
Yeah.
fun making it.
Great job. All right, guys. So it looks like our portfolio submission deadline is up, and now we're going to like look through the different portfolios that was sent and to
exciting.
get Jesse's feedback.
All right,
I'm so excited.
let's do it.
Awesome. Whoa! You guys, where do we go? Where are we? We're in space.
Reviewing in space.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. So much fun, you guys. So we have 2 amazing portfolios to review. And I guess we can get started on that, right?
Okay. I'm going to wear mine a little crooked for a little
I'm
bit.
gonna wear mine.
Just
I don't know if I can take it off, but yeah, it's kind of stuck.
okay,
But it's
cool. I'm ready.
Cool. So our first person in submission is Felipe Teodoro, and he is a UI designer in Brazil.
Love it.
And wow, look at all of these projects he has right now.
Nice,
It's
nice
amazing.
work.
So I guess we can review one and see.
Yeah, let's take a look at one.
Um,
Is it my pick?
yeah, you
Oh,
get to
sweet.
choose which one.
I love the background texture of the top left one, actually. Like, it's really enticing. Yeah, let's try that one.
Ooh, okay. So this one's called
Sala.
Sala. Oh, and it's in a different language.
It's in,
But still,
yeah, I
you
think
can still give your feedback on
I'm
it.
going to. Well, first off, I love the presentation.
Yeah.
Like, I love, when a case study or a presentation of work includes not just like flat kind of shots of work, but they've taken the time to design the presentation as well. So I love that so much.
Like those line work. Oh my gosh.
I love that. I love seeing like up front, like when I'm looking for work from people, I love to see like a few things like within the first 2 seconds. I love to see like a kind of like a beautiful shot of like the end result of the work.
The first impression.
I like to see it linked to the brand, which is like what we're seeing right now, right? And then I like to have some accompanying kind of like assets with it. So he's hit all 3 of those things for me. I love the look of it so far. It makes me want to see more. So let's see what he's got down below. And this, case studies are so hot. I just love them so much because it's just like he started out with like kind of end result, and now he's taking you through process, which I just love so much. I love seeing more of the process.
I love that. And the different icons and like illustrations. Ooh, look at all this.
It just shows like a lot of thought work that's been put in, not only to the presentation but the project itself. Like I always tend like I'm super into finding out about who a designer is and what they like to do. Not necessarily by reading like an about me section or a blurb, but just looking at the work. I feel like you get just so much more about a person from looking at the work itself.
Wow, and I love like the different accents of the blue.
Yes.
On the icon. Oh my goodness. Just like your blue.
You know what? It just inspired me though. Like I feel like those icons, like that's like a really fun, playful way to do is integrate a little accent color into the icons themselves.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that for this project because that's super
Before
great.
you send them.
Before I make the files downloadable, they're gonna have like some accent color, and that's great.
See, look what you've done, Felipe.
You inspired me.
Yes. Oh, beautiful mock-ups.
Really nice.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Even though I don't understand it, I want to use it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat saying great use of color, and I would totally agree. I think that the color is used, I think we talked about it earlier, right? Like in a reserved way, but therefore like a really elegant way. Like that, when the blue is used, it really pops, like it really stands out in the project. And when it's not used, it makes way for all this beautiful imagery that you have in there.
Yeah.
It's just really, really nice.
Just like how you did with the board games, like the images of right here. Like it's very muted, the colors, and like kind of like what you did.
Yeah.
So nice. Oh, click to launch an interactive prototype.
Come on. Yes?
Oh wait, this little like bump? Oh my god, this
like
transition.
See, that's my thing. It's just like the design elements like put into like the actual presentation of the portfolio. Show me some of that. Oh yeah,
gosh,
come on now.
beautiful.
See, it's one thing to see like flat pieces, but I love that like this is where we're at right now, where you can not only offer like portfolio pieces, but say, why don't you go look at an interactive like prototype of it too, like feel it, touch it, like check it out, like see how it actually like lives and breathes.
Wow.
That's such a great
Oh,
feeling.
I love this pull quote.
Yeah, it's a great pull quote style.
So pretty. So
Really nice. Yeah, this is a really, really nice portfolio piece. I think you should be really proud. Like that's, and the work itself is great, but also I just applaud your presentation, your approach to presentation.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm gonna pull like a lot of inspiration just from the way that you're presenting your work. I think it's like phenomenal. Really great job.
I like how like you make the user prototype instead of just posting a prototype video.
Right.
But like, cause they can like look through everything. Oh my god, this is so pretty.
Yeah, gorgeous work.
I wonder how we did this.
Can you go back to the portfolio page too? Because I just like,
Yeah.
I want to do like a really quick like, you know.
This one?
Oh no, sorry, the
oh.
actual Behance
Yeah.
page. Yeah. I just like top to bottom also, like, I think you've really thought about the presentation of this work like holistically, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Which is like great. It's just so awesome to see. Like, it makes me immediately want to hit that thumbs up. It makes me immediately want to like, hey, let's check out more work because it's fun looking at your work. You've actually like brought us in to the project and made us really like you gave us a certain level of like delight. That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I followed and also appreciated.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, am I not looked done? Oh. Well,
Good job,
you know
Kevin.
I will.
We will come back and we will
back
appreciate and like and love it.
Yes. Okay, let's look at his other work.
Yeah, do another one. Yeah.
Yeah, another.
You pick your choice.
Okay. I think it's interesting to see like his current one and then like what he was before.
Ooh, I like that.
So
yeah.
let's
I like to see the evolution, right? A little bit of progression in his style or the type of work he likes to do.
Right. So let's try the ILU.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So a nice, quick little
Love the
photo.
color. You can definitely see, right, like that he's progressed
Yes.
as a designer in his presentational skills. Like, because these are still more of those like, they're beautiful shots, by the way.
Yeah, they're
gorgeous designs,
amazing.
beautiful shots. But just that approach to like making the presentation, you could see he's evolved. So good on you for like continuing to grow and mature as like a designer.
Yes.
Love that. Yeah.
Gosh. Amazing job. Yeah, with like just like the mock-ups, but in his recent one, he showed like more into detail with like the styles
Right.
and fonts and stuff. So this is an improvement from like what you had before.
But I
which
think
is
also
amazing.
like, you know, even if you can't do like a living prototype in the like presentational piece, like scroll down, the fact that you at least present it in the real world.
Yeah.
Like you want to have some assets and some collateral of it being used, whether it's a billboard or like a website. Yeah, put it in a screen, like let it be seen like in some real context.
Right.
That gives the project a little bit more life to it. Yeah, like
so good.
yeah,
Oh my
great
gosh.
work.
Amazing job. And this is Felipe Tidora,
Good job,
and
Felipe.
Brazil.
Nice
Wow.
work.
Awesome.
Keep it up. Keep crushing it. You are crushing the game right now.
So good. Okay, cool. I guess we can go to our next one.
Okay.
And this is Mario's Pitas.
Marios has been in the chat a lot during these last few days.
Yes.
It's awesome to see your stuff now.
And he's a student from Bulgaria.
Ooh, all right. What's up, Bulgaria?
Nice. I love how like it's so like international and like worldwide.
Yeah.
And he's a junior UI UX designer and front-end developer enthusiast.
My guy. You and me. Heart for you. That's not a
Awesome.
heart. That's like a rock. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, I put it over my heart.
Nice, cool. And then, is there a certain project that you?
I'm really like, I love, I really love that second piece on the very top. Just
This
'cause,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm just kind of drawn to it, illustration-wise, and the way that it's like laid out, like immediately.
Cool.
Okay,
Kill the urge.
get some information, like kind of some text to prep you.
This is an informative project that aims to help smokers stop cigarettes.
Nice.
Wow.
Good.
Awesome.
Kill the urge. Okay.
What kills you makes you weaker.
True. Very true. If it kills you, it done made you weaker. Like it made you so weak, you dead.
Yeah. Oh my god, this illustration is like stunning.
Love it. I love also, you know, it's one thing to like include illustration, but it's another thing to think about the illustration as it applies to the rest of the composition. You know, so it's not just like boom, like slapped in the middle, but it matches its surroundings, like the shapes, the colors, like everything kind of integrates really, really nicely. So you
Right.
can tell that it was like thought out. It wasn't an afterthought. It was a part of the creative process. I like saying that.
And I love like the texture of the background. I couldn't tell if like my laptop was dirty or if like that's the actual.
No, it's a little bit of both. Your laptop is dirty.
It
but
is
that's a
actually
fantastic
really-
texture.
Don't embarrass. I didn't clean my laptop. But anyways, I love like the texture bringing into it, the
Yeah.
illustrations, like even like how this is kind of like coming out.
Yeah,
the
see,
red.
that's one thing I feel like, you know, especially in something like web design, like we're getting away from like the really linear, like everything's boxed and separated and looks like a template. And even adding something as little as like an element connecting two spaces together, two areas together,
Right.
it draws your eye and makes it, the whole thing start to feel more like a composition. Like, and it was really like intentional. So I like that a lot too.
So nice. Okay, benefits.
Nice,
And then
little-
with the video, nice.
Very cool. I like the mixture of like media throughout. See, even right there, the break between the red and the white.
Right.
I would have wanted something to like connect those two as well. Some more of the squares, like bring some of the texture out and through. So I would have liked that. Not to say,
cool.
yeah, I mean, I love what you got here, but maybe recommendation, maybe.
Nice. And then let's see.
Please tell me that you did all these illustrations. That'd
Yeah.
be so rad, because I just love, the mixture of like, of everything that you have going on.
I need to work on my illustrations. Like this
Right?
is amazing.
My
like,
goodness.
how to quit. Nice. So like steps for how to quit smoking.
I love that this custom stuff like that just beats the pants off of like flat icons any day. Like it brings character and personality, which is like what's throughout this whole design.
And like just the different like skin tones and stuff like that. That's so, yeah, it's so pretty.
Yep, loving it, loving it. See, he's bringing that texture back.
Oh, from the hero image to like this.
Yep, very nice.
So cool.
The only recommendation I have is like, you gotta be careful when you use all caps inside of buttons.
Okay.
Like, you know, sometimes you can, sometimes it's the right thing. Maybe sometimes it's not. So just like, think about like why you would do it versus why you wouldn't do it. Just I don't know, I'm nitpicking because Marios' stuff is like so amazing. I'm like trying to find something to be helpful.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just sitting here. I feel useless in an astronaut helmet,
Like,
just being
nice,
like,
nice.
wow, because that's all I want to do is just be like,
Right?
well, this is great stuff.
So cool. Amazing job, Marios.
Really nice stuff.
I wish I could appreciate this.
I know. Get logged in, Kevin.
Wait.
It's okay.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go back to this. And
Can we check out the Apple Watch one
yeah,
as well?
let's do that.
Because that looks really interesting.
Ooh, this is a new concept idea I've developed for a website that features the best apps for the Apple Watch. I try to simplify it and make it visually appealing for the visitor. Hope you like it.
And Huxel, we would, if you don't do UI work, you do abstract art. That's cool. We'll check it out too. Post your portfolio in, so we can check it out.
Yes.
We love abstract art. We're all about it.
Ooh, look at this.
Ooh,
Look at these
nice interactions. Can we like zoom in on it a little bit? I want to see it
Yeah,
more.
actually.
Oh yes.
Let's start from the beginning.
So this is a way for people
so
to like
pretty.
check out different. Oh, so smooth. I love that. I love the transitions between horizontal and vertical. I love this so much. That just feels like such a nice interaction. Just went like this. It's like this. You have to. Yeah. I'm still not doing it very good.
So cool.
I love it. Really great.
Wow, this is amazing. I sketched some. I like how he started with the final product and then showed everything.
Right.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So quick, low fidelity wireframes on structure, layout. Wow, very cool.
When I see, I feel like some people get detoured from putting their wireframes in their like projects or in their portfolio pieces. I really like it. Do you?
I like it too.
It makes me, it ensures to me that that person is thinking about structure from the beginning, and they're not doing the thing that I did early on, which was like, I just want to hurry up and jump and start putting awesome stuff on the page in color.
Right.
Like they're able to have some self-control. That's what we want.
That's the
Self-control.
word. Self-control. You have really good self-control. And I do not.
We're learning from you, Marios.
Yes. Okay, so, I guess like screenshots.
Some still shots of it. Cool.
Oh, amazing, like this little detail.
I think even it's really easy even to like look past something as simple as this typographic layout that he has. Like he was very wise in his use of like column length, like the measure of the text, and he didn't like go like, you know, like all the way like full width there, because he knows that like that's not good reading for the eye. So I see like when I look at this, I don't see like a junior designer like he's put. I see like somebody who knows his stuff, who's
Yeah.
confident, and is just like building out his portfolio with really, really good work. So I don't know, think about that junior thing that you're putting in your description.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Are you? I don't think so. Nice. So like ratings, reviews, information, what's new,
Really cool.
support and suggestions.
This looks so legit. It looks just
So good.
spot on. Like it looks like I should be using that right now.
Awesome. Okay.
Very cool.
Wow, amazing work.
Good work, you guys. Thank you
And
so much for letting us
change
check it
this
out.
to something else, because if you're a junior and you do that, that's awesome.
Can't wait. Can't wait until you take that off and just like let the power out of you and stop being bridled by this idea of junior, because you're not. You're crushing
You're
it.
killing it. Yeah.
Killing it.
Great job, Marios. Amazing. Awesome. I don't know, just like close it off like that.
I don't know if that was time to close my helmet or time to keep it open.
I really can't take this off, so I'm just gonna wear it throughout the whole
do this thing.
stream. But
You can't get it off your head?
no. It's okay though.
I might.
We'll
mine-
probably
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
we'll figure that out.
We'll put some butter on the sides of his head.
Yeah, but awesome job. Well, just butter me up. Butter me up, Buttercup.
I said a few times during this stream, which was amazing.
Amazing. Awesome. Did we want to go back to your screen just to recap everything you've done
Sure.
this whole week? And I had so much fun.
You got like 10 minutes? Oh,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
do
actually
that.
I am gonna take this off real quick though, because
Okay.
it'd be very hard for me to continue
Working.
with it on. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. Hey, really nice portfolio like stuff. Thank you guys for letting me like take a look at them. So where did we leave off? What was I just doing? I was rushing is what I was doing.
But now,
But
you
now
have a good
I got
10 minutes.
10 minutes to breathe and chill. I guess we could really quickly cover, like, so did we accomplish what we wanted to do?
Yeah. Okay.
you
We'll
think
do
we
that.
did?
Yeah. I think we did. Like,
What if we did like one presentational element? Like one. I wonder if you like let's use a feature that XD has, which is to like record our prototype,
ooh, okay.
and then let's do this. We'll press
Oh, look,
record.
Hella has joined too. My mentor
All right.
and friend.
So we're gonna press like just kind of click through and do a little bit of the prototyping. We're recording right now. We'll log in and just kind of like show a little bit of interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to, I'll tell you what, let's go to favorites and click a game and go down, and one of our coolest features, like just swapping the layout of the photos.
Oh,
And then
wow.
let's stop right there. Okay, it's gonna save our video onto the desktop.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's find, I have an app called, what is it, Design Camera. Have you used Design
No,
Camera?
what's that?
Oh
my
man,
God.
let's just really quickly talk about Design Camera, because what Design Camera will do is allow you, remind me about that later, it'll allow you to upload videos or images, and then it will create like three-dimensional like mock-ups and animated videos out of it.
Wow.
So like if you want to put some stuff on your Behance, like after you've done like some of the work, you can like add your designs in,
What?
and you'll get
Oh my
stuff like
gosh.
this. And it's pretty cool because like it's as easy as, let's get one. And then we have our video over here on our desktop. Should be as easy as adding,
Whoa.
although this is
iPhone X.
This
Yeah.
is an X, so we might be able to change the size actually. So hold on. I know we can. It's in here somewhere.
Wait, did you record this?
Did I record? Yeah, I just recorded it inside of XD.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I-
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd have to find the right screen size. There's a way to do that. I forget how to do that, but you can experiment it. And then the cool thing is like you can move it around like any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you can record these like awesome videos of it. You can change the lens, like so the way that it looks. You can add like an environment behind it somehow. One of these ways you can. I forget how, but animation, and the presets are like where it's really at, because
Oh, that's so cool.
you get like this really like smooth like look to it. So that's a really quick and fast way
Wow.
to do. You probably want to like take just smaller snippets and then like pop those in and get individual pieces. But it's as easy as like after this, you're just like capturing and you export this whole video out. It has a transparent background.
What?
And then you can pop it in like After Effects or Premiere or whatever you want to do. You can make an animated GIF out of it and like,
wow.
and yeah, so that's like a super easy, quick way.
And it saves time because usually I would just grab my video file and then put it either like on Final Cut or Adobe Premiere and then put just a phone overlay on top. But this is like so much better. It's like 3D and like
pretty fun. It's like a fun little thing to like play with and try out. I've been testing it out a little bit and just having like a lot of fun with it. But so you can see we like recorded that whole thing and you can export the movie.
Is it free?
It is free to a certain extent, and then I do think you have to probably pay for it. It's not like promotion or anything, but it is pretty cool. It will save you a ton of time if you want to have some sort of cool like 3-dimensional like presentations of your work.
Okay.
It could be worth it.
Is this how you usually present your work?
I just found this and started playing with it. So like nice. I'm in the process right now of rebuilding my own portfolio, which is not as amazing as it could be or should be. So I really want to like rebuild my portfolio, and I want to take, even from some of the portfolios we looked at, I want to take some of that inspiration and like put that into my case studies, and I want these to be like part of my case studies. I want really cool, like awesome like 3D shots of like some of the work.
I think we both agree that we both want to change our portfolios after reviewing these portfolios.
So you can see I exported it out and I have like the full video of it. So pretty cool.
Wait, so on the iPhone X, even though you designed it on the iPhone 8 Plus, it doesn't look distorted.
It looks a little bit distorted.
Oh, is it?
Just slightly. Like you could tell like that the branding was like a little bit skewed. It's like a little bit distorted, but you can't. I just don't know how. But you can change the device sizes and pop in different devices. I think you can also do like websites, so you get like screens of like open laptops, all sorts of options there. I think it was called Design Camera. It might be called Rotato or something now. I don't know. Check it out.
I'm gonna get that.
If you dig it, you dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back and just quickly look at, did we accomplish what we wanted to do?
Yeah.
We wanted to.
So let's start with day one. Yeah.
Day one. I mean, we mapped out some needs. I think we also did like a lot of the stripping down of what's on the current forum versus what would be a better, more usable experience like on a mobile app. So I think we did all right at that. And then we went through low res and high res wireframes and some prototyping stuff. And yeah, I loved that we like voted on a little bit of the application of the style. So everyone was like anti-orange, like everyone was like
no
on
persimmon.
board. No persimmon. Like everyone wanted like this radical kind of pink fun color. So that was cool. Like everyone got to weigh in on that, and then got to do some of the high resolution mock-ups. And I really like consolidated some of the styles in my spare time.
Yeah.
But I think that's really important because we were able to not create necessarily a design system as much as create reusable components and styles that as the project went on, I felt like it got so much easier for us to create things.
Okay.
So like a good example of that was like at the very end there, like creating like some of these supporting screens for like photos or files or videos. It was really great just to be able to like, okay, I think I have a style I can like pull that from and base that off of, because we did some of that upfront work. So that was a lot of fun. I dug that. And then we did some prototyping. We were like really inspired yesterday. So
really
like
quick prototyping.
Really quick. I felt like a little bit like challenged to like go back and like try to come up with something that was like a little bit more interesting than what I had yesterday. And that's when we kind of landed on like the kind of like this onboarding and the wiggling of stuff.
Cool.
So this is just, I feel like it's barely scraping the surface. Like I have so much to learn about what I can do with like auto animate and like some of the dragging features and stuff like that. So
awesome.
I'm excited to learn more. And then we didn't get time to go into After Effects, but we did like just talk about we talked about one presentational element. So I feel like it was kind of cheating, but it was kind of still like true to the task.
Nice. And Nil says, great inspiration, Jesse. Love your workflow. Great work, what you accomplished, and big thumbs up.
Oh, right on.
Lorena says, can you guys do this like every week?
I would love to.
Love that.
It was so much fun. I had a ton of fun.
I had so much fun too hosting you.
This guy.
And you guys just keep sticking around because Anna Medina's gonna be up next very soon.
Yes.
And yeah, and then I'll be up, and then Jesse will be hosting me. So stay tuned for that. And it was so awesome hosting you
Thanks a lot,
this
Kevin.
week. So yeah, thank you everybody.
Thank
We'll
you,
see
everybody.
soon.
We'll see you next time, hopefully.
Ladies and gentlemen.